So I understand why you go from Cuba to New Jersey. I understand why you go from New Jersey to New York. What brings you to Colorado?
Okay, 1983. I'm fucking a stone cold criminal. I got nothing going on for me.
What is the day in the life? You wake up, stone cold criminal.
Great,
Wake up, fucking go to the deli, get 2 eggs on a fucking bun, and then look at the paper, see who's playing tonight, so you got a chance to gamble. Everything, like we did everything. So I get up in the morning, go get 2 eggs, bacon, sunny side up, whatever. And while you're there, you're looking at the New York Times, the Daily News. You're getting lines for the fucking games. Then while you're sitting there, some guy comes in and says, hey man, I'm gonna need an ounce of Coke for Friday. Boom, I got my pigeon for the day. Let's get this motherfucker started. And then after you get him the ounce of Coke, somebody else comes to you and says, I robbed a truck today. Can you help me unload it or drive it to Pittsburgh? That type of shit. Like it was just, I had no job, I had no parents.
So there's nobody to disappoint?
Nobody to disappoint. I had nothing to lose. So when I would do things with my friends, I go, listen, if you get in trouble, run. I'll take the pinch because I got no family. I don't give a fuck.
So everybody loves doing crimes with you.
So yeah, because I'm not gonna rat you out.
Yeah,
I got no reason to rat you out. So that's what I became.
Were you associated with like a crime family in New York?
No.
So it was just you and a couple of guys.
I was
in the
my own
neighborhood.
crime family. I was on my own. My crime watch was get up in the morning and you're gonna steal today. Whatever you're gonna do. Then I got a job working for one of my mother's friends on 118th and like 3rd by the Marquetta, by Spanish Harlem down there. We used to do numbers there. And one day I was like, you know what? This is great. I'm getting $150 a day. I'm 20 years old, but what am I gonna do when I'm 30? And this goes under, and now I gotta go find a job. What am I gonna tell somebody? That I've been running numbers for the last 30 years? So I was at a bar one night, and a friend of mine came in from high school, and he was living in Salt, Colorado at the time, which is a suburb of Aspen. And I'm like, dog, I got nothing going on here. I just tried to rob a bookie. I got attacked by the dog. I was walking around with a glove on because when the cops were chasing me, I got my hand caught on the fence and it ripped the guts out. So I didn't go for stitches that night because I was on Valium. So I had to fucking put a toilet paper roll in here with a black glove, and that's how I walked around for like 2 months. So not only did I have problems, but now I had a black glove on like Han from Enter the Dragon, like the fucking... So it was just like, you know what? I got nothing going on here. Let me give Colorado a try. When I was a kid, I loved ABC News, and they always said, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, Mountain Time. That always fucked with me. Like, what the fuck is Mountain Time? I want to go to the fucking mountains. What the fuck is Mountain Time? So when the opportunity came, I fucking ended up going to Basalt with Jimmy, his brother George, and this guy named Mike Duffy. And we're still all tight.
Wow.
Mike Duffy's in Texas. Jimmy Burkle died, my brother, and George is in L.A. We're still tight.
Okay, so you're all going to Colorado.
We're all going to Colorado.
Are all you guys kind of involved in the streets? Are all you guys hustlers at this time?
Dog. Mike Duffy was a savage like me. George Burkle had just graduated from Brown. His classmate was Kennedy.
Wow.
All right. And his brother, Jimmy, my buddy who took me there, was another genius. He went to the Air Force Academy and got thrown out for knocking somebody out. So he had no life now. So I ended up going to Boulder. I ended up going to Basalt, which is a subsidy of Aspen, like 20 miles down the road.
Sure.
And then after a while, we moved to Snowmass Village, and somebody told me, here I had no GED. I had just quit school my senior year, right? And somebody goes, go to Colorado Mountain College and take some classes. So I go, you know what? Fuck it. I go up there and I took 12 credits, like 6 credits my first semester. Then I would take 6 credits, 6 credits, 6 credits. Even though I was fucking stealing coke, doing coke, skiing, I still took those classes.
Every criminal's drinking.
Some leisure activity. Wait, okay. So when you're going out there, are you like, are you looking at this city and you're going, these are going to be a bunch of easy licks. They never seen this coming, and we're going to absolutely.
Not at all. I went out there to change my life.
Different life. Okay.
But after 6 weeks, you're like, what am I doing?
It's too easy.
I'm installing fucking panel for $8 an hour. I could just sell an 8-ball and make 200.
Yeah.
And then I kept it under control for a long time. And then I got there like April of '83, and I kept my secret under control till like September. And then I had to let loose for football season.
What do you mean?
Then I just started robbing little businesses that would leave their doors open or something.
Because you needed to fund the
like
gambling?
when we came in here, right? When I came in here, I was talking to this gentleman who I've met before, and we have a mutual friend named Shlomo.
Yeah.
In '85, I lived in fucking Aspen because I stayed in Basalt till February of '84, and then I had to leave. And we'll get to that some other time. And I came back here, which is a big mistake.
Wait, tell me why you had to leave.
I had to leave because I had gotten out of control. From September, I started robbing little cheese stores and little jewelry stores. But by fucking...
Cheese and jewelry
No,
are
I'm
just
sorry.
different.
I was robbing like liquor stores, like little things.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I would go in and get like $1,000 and 3 bottles. I was a fucking demented...
Yeah.
I was a serial thief.
But like stick-up robbing or just...
Nah, just breaking in at night. And then, all of a sudden, now I'm robbing a jewelry store with a friend of mine. And then I had a plan with another friend of mine, Steady Freddy, to rob the bank on Christmas Eve with snowmobiles. This guy was crazy, too. So I had these people around me, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm right back to where the fuck I started from.
Yeah.
I got to get out of here. So I went back here. And this place was on fire.
What year
Because
is this?
now cocaine's everywhere.
84?
84,
Oh, yeah,
cocaine's
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
I
Cities
still
are
remember
crazy.
going up to 148th Street trying to get a bag of weed when I went to see my godmother. I'm going, brother, we ain't got no weed on these corners.
There's only one thing
It's
on
straight
these
crack.
corners.
It was crack.
Yeah,
and 148th Street, for people who don't know, now you know, was who invented that fucking, there was a guy in the middle of that street there between Broadway and Audubon, Amsterdam, whatever that fuck was, and he used to sell Buddha Thai, Sense, or he had the Master Mix where he put them all together. And when he gave you a fucking punch card in 1984, and when you bought 10 bags on the street, he gave you a bag for free. So how the fuck?
Like Jamba Juice?
Nah, there's no Jamba Juice.
No, like Jamba.
Yeah, the Jamba Juice is a Puerto Rican with a nice thing. They said, fucking, you want protein? Suck my dick. Here, juice, coconut water. So now I go back to Aspen, and I end up in Aspen in maybe November of '85. Jimmy Burkle had a house that he was house sitting now, and he goes, I got to leave, but you could take the house.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like an $8 million house. The guy only comes once a year. He's got 20 other houses, so sometimes he doesn't even come. He's got a Jeep you could drive. He's got all this shit. He goes, but you have to live over the garage. You can't live in the house. Fuck you. I'm in the house with his robe on, slippers, driving his Jeep Cherokee around town and shit. I dislocated the fucking cable so I could run up the miles. You know we're fucking animals.
Yeah.
You want animals? I'm an animal. I'm not a nice person. I'm a fucking animal. Okay?
Why would your friends even suggest you for this?
Because he didn't give a fuck. He knew we were all stealing.
Great friends.
Listen, when I used to get jobs when I was a kid, my friends would go, oh, by the way, you got to steal. Because if you don't steal, then they know I was stealing. So whether it was a bartending job, a lumber yard, you got to steal, bro.
Because they know he's going to take the fall for it.
You guys steal more than me.
You got to steal because then they'll know I was stealing, so you got to steal. So now I'm in Aspen, I'm waiting to get this and move into this house, and I'm living across the street from his deli, from his friend's deli. At the time it was called the In-N-Out House. And they had like curry chicken, shit like that. Great sandwiches. And he had a friend that worked in there, Steve, who we still fucking talk. 40 years later, we still talk. So one night I'm sitting in front of the hotel, smoking a joint, and I'm like, I wonder if you could break into Shlomo's. I wonder if you could just break. That's how I live my life. Let me just see if I could break in there. And there was a little window on top of the door. Bro, and it's on Main Street. Cops are driving by. I fucking, some way or another, I wiggled my way into the window, went in there, took the $200, made a sandwich, and leave.
Wow.
Yes. That's what I was into. I was retarded, dog. I'm 3 days retarded.
Do you remember what the sandwich was?
Chicken curry. That's what I liked at the time. With some fucking sprouts and shit. I'm right on all natural bread, whatever it's called.